Scale model enthusiast or not, welcome back in this series dedicated to the assembly of the Italeri IVECO STRALIS in the Yellowbird short track version. It's now time to assemble the powerful Cursor 13 engine and the wheel. Let's remove the part from the sprue, and we can assemble the central block of the engine that is very well detailed. I want to do some improvement to the engine for making it more realistic. For example, the pipe that you can see on the top have a spiral shape, but on the model it's simplified, so I put some effort on it for making it more like the real one. Even the two filters that are placed on the right side are a lot different from the real one, so I decided to reshaping them. Next, I go to recreate the start-stop command that it's possible to see next to the filter. Let's go to the painting cabin and spray the Titan primers on all the elements. I will paint in silver all the pipes where I will put the rust effect, and for all the other components I will use the frame base color, that is the mixture of Tamiya X1 and X2. The only exception is the cooling fan that, as you can see from the photo, have a color like sand. I am recreating the rubber junction between the pipes with some vinyl tape. Some photo-etched cable ties will be used for keep them in place. Let's go further and paint the engine details with different color. I recover from my spare decal box some decal for adding more details on the filters. I also use the IVECO decal from the set on the top of the engine. Let's make some hole on the filter and on the other part of the engine that I will use on the wiring phase. On the exhaust part that are subject to heating, I can reproduce the rust typical of the area that achieve a really high temperature during the operational life. Finished the painting and weathering of the component, we can finally assemble all the agent part together. For the wiring phase, I have to use some real photo of the Stralis as a reference. I use for this task different type of materials, such as little electrical wire, coated iron wire, or wire insulation materials. In other words, all the material that can be useful and in scale for this type of job. I will weathering the engine simply with some Tamiya panel liner for the radiator and a light dusty wash for the rest. Now it's time to take care of the wheel. First things first, we need to remove the hub for placing the Resi 1 made by KFS. On the CTM detailed set for the Stralis, there are the photo etch part that can we use for improve the wheel front and rear hub. For mounting the rear wheel hub, we need to cut the pin on the internal wheel and enlarge the hole of the racing hub. For the hubs, that will be colored in the same way of the body, I will use some Zero Paint primer, while for the wheel I will use the usual Titans primer. Before the yellow, it's useful to spray a layer of silver, always by Zero Paint. A little layer of glossy varnish will make the hub really shining. For creating some dirty effect, I will apply a very light and translucent layer of Tamiya X19 on the wheel. I will apply the decal on the tires by using the Microset and Microsol product. Once the decal are in position, I pen some flat clear coat on them for removing the ugly decal glossy effect. It's necessary to cut the rear suspension arm for mounting the new hubs. Once the wheels are completed, we just need to make some weathering with the panel liner and put some dust pigment on the tires. The wheel and the engine are finally completed and ready to be mounted on our Stralis. We can go much more in deep into the detailing of these two components, but on my model I like to find a compromise from the detailing and the speed execution, for not losing too much time on a single model that maybe can annoy me. So thank you all very much for the support on this my YouTube modeling adventure. See you next week, and remember that collecting kits is fun, but collecting model even more. Bye bye!